This election, I'm voting for the marginalized and the most vulnerable of our society.
This election, I'm voting for someone who's willing to admit that they may not know everything about a situation or an issue.
I'm voting for someone who encourages us to listen to science, to listen to facts.
This year, I'm voting with my grandma Alice in mind. She really valued honesty, and she taught us to always tell the truth.
I'm voting for decency, respect, and hope.
I'm looking for candidates who consider the needs of the most vulnerable among us.
Candidates who show a willingness to learn and listen and pay attention to the needs of those who are marginalized, who are discriminated against.
Candidates who acknowledge the sanctity of each individual life, who consider the effect legislation will have on people at a very personal level.
I'm looking for candidates who surround themselves with good people and who are interested in hearing diverse viewpoints.
I look for candidates who exemplify leadership, promote unity, and govern with compassion.
Candidates who will pay attention to those who do not look like them, who do not have the same background.
But what is most important to me is not the how, but that the who is carefully considered.
I look for candidates who are willing to admit that they may have been wrong in the past, who are willing to listen to the expert opinions of others, and who may be willing to change their minds in the face of new and better information.
Things like patterns of policy, language, behavior, apologizing when needed, making repairs for harmful behaviors.
I like voting for candidates who are practical, pragmatic problem solvers. It's not possible in every policy to win every position, and that's why I look for candidates who can work across the aisle.
It's kind of an ends don't justify the means situation. I don't personally believe in trampling people in order to get what I want, personally or professionally, and I would hope that the leaders that I elect would do the same.
How can leaders set our country aright if they won't be honest about the facts, truthful about their own actions, and open about their vested interest?
We need to be able to trust them. Ask myself, if this person were just made my boss, would I be okay with that? Or would I be appalled?
And I am voting for what my faith has always taught me, to be aware of other people, to be aware of our impact on each other, to be aware of how we treat the least of these.
This election season, I'm voting for integrity.
This year, I'm voting for honesty.
I'm voting for humility.
I am voting for compassion and the ability to see the other.
I am voting for an ethical government.
I am voting for integrity, the rule of law, liberty, and justice for all.